So I would describe my management style as down to earth. So I actually try to model what I would call human leadership as opposed to superhuman leadership. I try to be ordinary rather than extraordinary. And that might seem counterintuitive, I think, against some of the past models of leadership. You know, the people that we put on a pedestal, we have a tendency to think that they are extraordinary, that height is actually unattainable. And I don't want to be that leader. The leader that I want to be is the leaders that I've admired in my own career, who have role modelled humility, openness, honesty, and authenticity. And I really want to be a leader like that so that my team, I set not a low bar, but an achievable bar for them for the future, so they can see that they could be me at some point in the future. One day, you know, if they do their career well, if they follow the right opportunities, they get the right skills, experience, capabilities, and the right mindset, then they one day could be the managing director of Google Hong Kong. So I was very lucky. Straight out of university, I joined BP in the advertising department, and my boss was a Malaysian Chinese Englishman called Leonie. Laurie was an incredibly diverse and inclusive leader. He basically inspired me to be like him. He said the only difference between me and him and the general manager was a matter of time. But what I think he really meant was it's not just time, it's skills, capability, experience. So the second person who really inspired me my first year out of university is my friend Sue Ransom. Sue was a motorsport pioneer. At one stage, she was the fastest woman in the world. She'd raced drag cars in the US, and she became my coach and mentor to teach me all about PR and motorsport in Australia. We went to the track together. She helped me write press releases. I could ask her stupid questions. And it was just fantastic to be straight out of university and have a female role model to help me navigate something like the oil industry and the car industry. So there's two winning tips that I normally give future young leaders. One is be yourself. Everyone else is taken, which is actually quoting from Oscar Wilde. I've only ever tried to be myself, but I am trying to be a better version of myself as I navigate through my career and I get skills and experience and I make mistakes. The second piece of advice that I give to young people is think about your career as a marathon, basically not a sprint. And in 3 decades, I have the luxury of hindsight to think about my 20s for exploration, my 30s, I had to pick something to be good at, and that was for consolidation. And for my 40s, it was very much about acceleration. So my career really took off in my 40s because I'd done those things in my 20s, explored a lot of opportunities in my 30s, consolidated around being good at something, in this case, sales and marketing. And in my 40s, made the most of the opportunities that presented me, including moving to Hong Kong and accelerating my career.